I let the ink burn on the paper with the wisdom. Told the truth, no ism schisms. Was on a fast lane like a Yamaha. Was a sinful man, a lot of sinners. Yes, people, yes. Welcome to the Encouragement channel. My name is Michalha once again. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. It's a blessed day today. The sun's out. I hope you guys are enjoying the weather. I myself have just been doing a lot of work this week, a lot of thinking of what new topic I can actually bring forth this week. So this week I'm going to be going into music and lyrics. And this one's been a long time coming because myself also, I'm a musician. I've done many songs over the years, since 2005 onwards, even fast tracking up until now. And here I am on the Encouragement channel trying to give the fervent support of those that actually want to achieve areas of their life that have skills and abilities. And as you know, I hope you guys have been enjoying the channel so far. And man, it's a blessing to just get the responses that I've been getting. So I just wanted to go into music and lyrics, music and lyrics. And first and foremost, I really wanted to really touch home on the authenticity of how music came to be, how music is now, and how we should focus on music in a positive form. And I wanted to kind of go back to when our people had more meaning to music before we see it into what it transitions into now. So I wanted to go into some articles quickly. First and foremost, my name is Michalha. Click like and share and subscribe to the channel. This is music and lyrics. I hope you guys are loving the channel so far, and hopefully we'll do more topics just like this. You understand? I want to do a part 2, but along the line I'm just letting the spirit flow. First of all, keeping in mind music is a powerful tool. It brings forth messages. It brings forth a lot of wisdom. It brings forth a lot of it helps other people in sad times. Helps other people in high times where people are actually in good spirits. It has a spiritual effect that has come from on high, and we can't take music as a light thing, because music is something that we ourselves are using in this day and age to understand that it brings a spiritual significance, and it brings power, and it brings force. And however you use it, whether it's on the right or the left hand side, whichever way it is, it will manifest, right? I wanted to go into some topics today. I was looking online today on music, and basically I wanted to fast track more so on the 1960s, the meanings back then, the artists, the musicians that brought forth the music we heard back then. Even when you was, I don't know, when you had a family or you was a married couple, there was music that used to bring loved ones together. And it's not like what you see today, where people are just rushing into relationships, or without the mother's consent, and so on and so forth. But I don't want to drive too much over that topic, but I just wanted to give you a small example. This is an article called Lyric Interpretations, and it's the 1960s song meanings, right? And I'm old school, I grew up listening to a lot of songs that my parents grew up listening to, and it would touch your spirit. You understand? And it's like what you're looking at when you're looking at like how things are now. It's like you're trying to find that same you're trying to find that same inspiration, and you're also just trying to find that same spiritual connection you had when you listen to a song. And these days it's harder to find because we're so bombarded by so much dark music. So this article basically goes into the 1960s. I wanted to hit home there. And if you guys have any comments or anything that you want to touch on, please leave a comment on the page, This one pretty much says, this is the decade everybody keeps raving about. And well, they should. For the 60s saw a cultural revolution in the Western, English-speaking world, that has been unmatched since the intensity. While it's popular romanticize the decade today, it should be noted that at the time, it didn't feel any more special than any other time. And not everything was perfect. We just remember the really great stuff now and forget the rest. Right? So it's like now, we reminisce what those songs did to us and how we felt about it. You know, even at a time when things weren't going your way or you had a bad day or something like that. And now it's like it's all forgotten, you know. One cannot deny that the 60s music exists as a definitive genre in itself. Huge innovations came out at about this time in electronics. This gave us better international communication so that music trends and styles could cross borders through media and merge with other cultures. It was also a huge boom to music technology itself, with greater innovation in instruments, studios, recording, and playback techniques. So that another reason the 60s decade is celebrated now. It was the first decade when media storage became cheap and ubiquitous, that much of it as fresh now as when it first came out. Now, a lot of people, a lot of the older generation listen to a lot of these songs even till this day, right? And not only that, they understand how it helped them through life. It gave them a glimmer of hope for them to actually be someone that can get through things, whatever issue it could have been. You understand? And the authenticity back then, when it came down to playing instruments brings a particular sound. It gives more, I wouldn't just say it gives more feeling, it gives more power to the song. And instruments play a significant part in music. You know, it's not like now where everything's on a laptop or a computer. You know, at that time, you know, during that time, if you was someone who played an instrument, you could go a long way, especially if you was a well-played, excuse me, musician, right? And we have a lot of artists like that who lived in that era. Like, for example, I've got a list here called the Beatles, the Bee Gees, Bob Dylan, Bob Marley, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Doors, the Elvis Presleys, Eric Clapton, Johnny Cash, Leonard Cohen, Neil Diamond, Rolling Stones, Simon Garfunkel, Van Morrison. The list goes on, you know. You've got Al Stewart, Al Wilkinson, Andy Kim. You've got Archie and Bell, the Drells, the Archies, Aretha Franklin, Arrow Guthrie, Association. You had Audrey Hepburn, B.B. King, you name it, you know. And a lot went on in that era, you know. And being an artist at that time wasn't like now where you can just sign a contract and boom, you're famous. They had to go through a lot of things. He had racial tension going on. Some of the songs and the meanings of the songs were very political but true, you know, relating to how we deal with life today. And we live in a world where music is trying to go down a darker direction, and we're going to get to that in a minute. Because when you look at our young people today, they don't know the grassroots of where music derived from. And it was before the 60s, you know. It was before the 60s. And it's been around for generations upon generations upon generations. It's what you use it for now. And that's why I wanted to emphasize on that. I wanted to more so go into the negative side about it now, because myself, music was obviously something that we all enjoyed doing. I enjoyed making songs, writing lyrics. I started off with poetry. Poetry was something that I had a joy in doing. And one day I just put a beat together, started practicing over the beat and trying to get the rhythm and so on and so forth, the flow. And even when I listen to the songs I heard today, I think, wow, I didn't know that I could create music the way I did prior, you know. But I had to turn it into what it was really meant for. And we have to understand that it's come from on high, and whatever we use from on high, which is the Most High Power, the Almighty, we have to make it manifest on earth and bring power and light to the people, right? So this is another article. This one is called davishhighnews.com. This is music losing its meaning in today's modern society? And yes, it is. Right? It's losing its meaning, and it's just only the people that keep music in its proper form are trying to uphold what really needs to be said. And it's a very few people, but it still brings force nevertheless. We can't stop. You alright? It says music has been around since nearly the beginning of humanity. It has brought people together, made people cry, made people scream, laugh, love, sad, dance. It has made people live, and I truly believe without it, our species wouldn't be the same. This is an expression and art in its purest and most elegant form, but it is dying with our new era of rap. EDM, dubstep, screamo and other genres that wouldn't be considered quite as elegant. In some ways I believe also, but I'm also a sucker for good lyrics, and you don't find many of those in modern popular songs nowadays. So I'm a little biased. Rap used to be far better in my opinion. Rappers used to have rhythm and talent, actually rhyme about things that made sense and meant something. So nowadays rap's gone down many roads, right? And rap is something that we don't tend to really examine in its proper form, because the old school rap had meaning back then, right? And this article is explaining how it's changed, you know. So now I just don't see how a rapper today making up words and rhyme with drugs, girls, cars and guns, barely being able to understand what he's saying, and then throwing a sick beat into it is art. It's catchy and I enjoy it, but I don't think it's talent. Alright? And we see that today. You know, people are just throwing a beat on, writing God knows what, not coming with thought. It's not coming directly from the soul. You know, it's just whatever I can put out there that can show the vanity of myself, or what's going on with how I should live my life, and this is how we should just live life, just we only live once sort of thing. Drugs, girls, money, cars, this and that and the other, and our children watch all this, you know. And you see the difference in the transition, and fast tracking to now, if we're not careful, we would have a community of chaos as we see today. A lot of communities have lost sense, meaning, value. And I think we need to really look into that, especially if we're trying to protect our children. It also says, then you have EDM and dubstep that just sounds like metal scraping against metal and children screaming. But what happened to the Billy Joels and the Beatles, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G., Frank Sinatra, the people that actually cared about music? They produced not the clout that they had or the money that they made. Our society is ruining music by idolizing performers and entertainers and not respecting artists anymore. Real artists don't want to make music anymore because no one will listen to them. Alright? So we see it now. We see, you know, your Cardi B's. Lately people have been trending the whole Little Nas thing and stuff like that. And the example they're setting, is getting darker, and Satan is turning his soul into very, very, very sinister people. This is why we can't allow our children to allow certain words to be received in their ears as negativity, you know. These icons, these entertainers, really need to change how they address the world with their music, and, you know, we just got to pray for them, you know. And like I said, click like and subscribe to the channel. This is the encouragement channel by Michalha. Also, please share and support this particular channel right now. And whatever music, whatever talent you have, lyrics, flows, whatever, please leave a comment and give your experiences. Please give your examples. You understand of how we should show a better direction on music, you know. And it's a powerful tool and it's priceless, and let's use it for the right purposes. Peace.
I let the ink burn on the paper with the wisdom. Told the truth, no ism schisms. Was on a fast lane like a Yamaha. Was a sinful man, a lot of sinners.